Hey everybody, welcome to the first episode of Meet Me in the Middle. This whole channel and this whole video format is going to be about dissecting stories, dissecting videos about pop culture topics to see if we could bring people back to the middle. I feel like in society nowadays, you're either on the right or the left, and it's very hard to bring those two sides together to the middle ground where I feel like we all have to be to succeed in society. Today we're going to react to Patrick Bet David's take on the Minneapolis shooter, the Minneapolis school shooter that just occurred not too long ago. Let's see what he says about it, and we're going to pause it throughout to see if we agree or disagree with him.
On them. Go ahead, Rob.
The Minneapolis Star-Tribune, just as another piece of the puzzle as to who the shooter was, the Minneapolis Star-Tribune says, according to court records, because there's been some confusion about what the shooter's name was.
Yes.
Robin Westman's mother applied to change her child's name in 2019. It was, at one point, Robert Paul Westman.
Correct.
But since she identifies as a female and wants her name to reflect that identification, was underage.
That's what
It's
they
now
still
Robin
doing
Yeah.
Westman.
You're still doing that, and you're wondering why. Rob, can you pull up that data, and then I'm going to go to a couple of you guys. Tom, I'm going to come to you first.
Okay, so I want to pause here because Patrick Bet David immediately shows instantly, we're not even 2 minutes into this video, and he's already showing you where he's gonna bring this topic to, right? He's gonna try to spin this topic to make it a trans topic, when in reality it's the same thing that us Americans have been dealing with for the better part of my lifetime, which is mentally ill people committing or using their anger and frustration to kill, unfortunately, small children as school shootings. This is not a trans topic. This is a school shooting topic. But the reason why Patrick Bet David wants to make it a trans topic, wants to spin this story and attack the left. His whole show is about spinning stories for the right and spinning stories against the left. So he's going to take this school shooting. He's not going to make it a cunt issue. He's going to make it a trans people issue. And let's see what he says right here.
Pull up that stat. Check this out, folks.
Weird.
So this is data showing mass shooting rates by demo from 2015 to 2025. Look at the one to the left. Trans, non-binary is the highest. Then it's Asians. Then it's blacks. Then it's white.
Okay, so this is perfect because maybe he forgot to crop out this section of the video, but so right here we have a graph that he figured out somehow. This is just people using numbers, spinning numbers in a way to for their argument, right? So right in here it says mass shooting rates by demographics from 2015 to 2025. Listen, I was born in 01. Mass shootings have been going on way before 2015. So I think it's pretty ironic that he's using this time period. You know why he's using this time period? Because this is where people say the woke mind virus, the woke agenda started around 2015, right before Trump got in office, right? So he wants to use this to show you that trans and non-binary people are the ones that commit the most mass shooting rates. Now, the problem is, if you look right here, one of the replies to his own thing, this lady Kristen here uses Grok to fact check him, and Grok says, no, mass shootings in the U.S. are not primarily transgender. According to data from the Gun Violence Archive, FBI, and databases like the Violence Project, over 97% are cisgender males. If you know what a cisgender male is, it's a straight male. Trans or non-binary individuals account for 0.1% of the cases since 2016, with only a few known incidents out of thousands. So I'm glad that somebody like Kristen here is putting up facts here to overrule this masterful quote-unquote spin that Patrick here is trying to make this story out of. Let's keep watching and see what he says.
It's Hispanics. Like Hispanics, this is not their, anything they do. Then it's Native Americans, not at all. But why is that? Why are we not paying attention more to data to see what's going on here? You think we could prevent?
See, I would ask Patrick Bet David the exact same thing. Like, there's data literally in your replies, and you're making it about something else. See, my problem is with shows like this is they say that they're for truth and for truth only, but they're just another propaganda machine used by one party to to grab as much voices as possible. Like the way human beings work, right? If you feel a certain type of way, it's like human nature to look for people that think like you and to just echo the same beliefs that you have. It takes very strong people to go online and go speak to people that have opposing views at yours to find the middle ground here. So let's keep going.
Some of these things have happened in the future. You know how many parents are concerned nowadays? I'm at a game the other day with another parent, and this parent who's got his daughter there, 13-year-old daughter, tall, she's coming talking to us. There's a couple thousand people there. The entire time he's looking around. Hey, look at that guy. Who is that guy? Do you know that guy? Why is that guy walking around? Why is this guy doing this? He was so paranoid the entire time. I said, what's your concern? And he says, what do you mean, what's my concern? Are you not worried about all the school shootings that's happening? This was a week ago. Now this happens. Parents are truly worried about.
You see, this is perfect, right? Because you see how a normal the guy that Patrick Bet-David is speaking to, right? It's a normal guy with no agenda. His only agenda is protect my child. That guy that Patrick Bet-David is speaking about, he didn't come out and say, hey, look at that guy. He looks like he's trans, so he might be a school shooter. Or look at that guy. He looks like he changed his gender 2 years ago. No. They're just looking at people who might look suspicious because they want to protect their child. But Patrick Bet-David here, he's going to try to spin this and his crew to a trans issue when it's not a trans issue at all. Let's keep going.
What's going on because they don't want to see something like this happen at their school. Tom, your thoughts on the story here?
So I have a couple different thoughts. My wife is a teacher, and she's at a school here in Fort Lauderdale. She does training every year, lockdown training. God bless the entrepreneurs that are inventing new devices that are helping, that are quick locks and things to help contain schools and things. But we talk about this every year. And there's two elements here that anger her and anger me. And the first element is the way the Democrats handle this. And I'm not making it political. I'm just describing.
Tom so elegantly, Tom so perfectly says here, my problem with the way the Democrats handle this, but I'm not trying to make it political here. Okay. There's nothing more I have to say there. Like the bias like just eludes his body. In one sentence, he literally says, "I hate the way the Democrats handle this, but I'm not trying to make it political." Okay, boss. Let's see what he says here. Let's see how Tom tries to not to make this political here. Let's see.
Playbook: find a victim, politicize it, push that victim against conservatives as being absolutely, repressed. And trans is the new victim. Protect trans, politicize trans, push them against conservatives. Conservatives are trying to repress the trans. Well, look, that may be a tremendous, effort of change that happened in 1968 with civil rights legislation when it was needed. Now you're finding made-up victims, and we're not getting to the root cause. There are some people who are trans that really are sexually confused and are peaceful people, and they don't know what's up, and they feel this way, and so they want to be this. There's other people. The data is in. The data is here. That there is a number of people, and it is a significant percent of people in the trans community who are trans and talk about it, friends of trans talk about it, that say there's something going on, that there's something deeper and emotional and troubling. The data is in now. In Tennessee, it was a trans shooter.
You know what's funny about the data, right? So Tom here, at least Tom has a human decency to say that there are some trans people who are normal people that are dealing with their own battles like every single human being does. But my problem with Tom here he says, look at the numbers, look at the data. But when the numbers that say 97% of school shootings are white males, you don't hear that. You don't see them coming up here saying that. You don't see Tom banging his chest saying, protect the children, protect the children. You know why they don't do that? Because they know that's not going to get enough clicks for their base. All they care about is cuddling up with their base and making sure their base is happy. So again, they're just being disingenuous, which I don't appreciate. Like, if you're gonna say the facts, say the facts. Say the facts first, and then have an opinion, or just be like Nick Fuentes and just say how you really feel. Say, I don't like trans people, and I found this story here about a trans person committing a horrible act, and I'm gonna use this to spin my narrative. But go ahead, Tom. Let's see this data you got.
Now in Minneapolis, it was a trans shooter. This is bothersome because you see it in the people. They need help. They need assistance. They need people to come alongside. They don't need the mom right now refusing to cooperate with authorities on interviews. Right now, the mother of the shooter, this morning, 2 different articles I read, is allegedly refusing to cooperate with authorities and ask questions as they are trying. The shooter's gone. The shooter took his, referred to as her by identification. He said, I'm identifying a woman. So Robert, identifying as Robin, took his own life. He's gone. But they're trying to get to the mother. They want to talk to her, not in her moment of grief. They want to understand this. The police, this is like FBI profilers. They want to understand what's going on here. And we as a nation, the media is flying, absolutely staying in lockstep with the liberal Democrats. Find a victim, politicize it, push it against conservatives. They are the ones repressing it. No, in this case, that's what's going on. We have data, and in the trans community, we need to come together as a nation and say, wherever you are, if you're troubled, you've got things going on, you need help. And then parents, as the ones.
You know what's so funny about what Tom is saying right here, right? Tom is screaming from the rooftop saying that, hey, you know what we should be doing? You know what we should be doing is getting these people help, getting them help. Unless I'm confused, a lot of the sane Democrats, because there are a lot of Democrats that go off the wazoo too, and then we'll get to those people in separate videos, but today we're focusing on this. There is a lot of Democrats that have been saying for years, hey, let's open up more mental health facilities. Let's get these people more help. Let's get them more help. Let's understand them more. But a lot of the Republican people, they did not want that. They didn't even, some of them didn't even see trans people as human beings, or even didn't even want to give them the right to seek the help that they so desperately needed or wanted. So my point is, you can't have it both ways. Because when Democrats were saying, hey, we have a mental health and a gun problem, let's figure it out, Republicans, for the most part, said, we're keeping our guns and stay out of our business. Fine, cool. So deal with this now. Because when Democrats were saying, we're pleading with people saying, mental health, mental health, mental health, mental health, mental health, gun reform, gun reform, gun reform, gun reform, gun reform, a lot of Republican people did not want to hear it. Their motto is, pick yourself up from the bootstraps, get it out the mud. Well, some people can't. And some people do need help. And they do go into these dark, dark places. And sometimes they produce this. And now you can't be the boy who cried wolf saying, ooh, no, we need mental health facilities. Like, no, man. You pick a side or come to the middle. But don't try to spin this shit as you were right. You're this messiah. Let's keep going, Tom. Let's see what's going on.
That were prosecuted in Michigan have to lock up their weapons. There's a responsibility there. But gun control is not the full answer here. You've got people that need help.
Yeah, when you're seeing stories like,
you're right, Tom. Gun control is not the full answer, but it is a fucking major answer. And you guys don't want to acknowledge that. So what is it? What is it, Tom?
like this,
Z.
that's what?
That's a magazine called Eugene Weekly, Pat. And look at the subliminal message. Are you triggered? And they put, as the Trump administration attacks trans people, some queer folks are armed and ready to push back.
That's
what
the playbook.
hell are you talking about?
Conservatives are repressing you. You need to fight back.
And what? Look at.
Let's look at this Eugene Weekly magazine that Vinny here put up. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know enough about Eugene Weekly to know if they're a credible magazine or not. So this could very well be some guy in his basement, or it could very well be a credible. A credible magazine. If this is a credible magazine, this is stupid and it defeats the purpose of your movement. Okay, you do not want to fight violence with violence. Okay, Trump isn't out there attacking people. Like, they're not physically assaulting anybody who's trans. He's not telling the police to go lock up anybody who's trans. I get it. It's tough for anybody who trans is right now. I'm not trans. I don't know really how much I go through mentally and or physically, but it's not the way that you would get people on your side. You get what I'm saying? When the civil rights was going on, it was in the 60s. I was born in 01. I wasn't there, but when you read up on it and you watch the videos and history on it, the way to get people into your movement is peacefully, or protest peacefully and get your message out there. Okay, it's not like that. You don't hold up a gun and say some queer folks are armed and ready to bash back. Like, come on, guys, it's dumb. Let's continue.
The Trump administration attacks trans people. Some queer folks are armed and ready to push back.
That's
what
the playbook.
hell are you talking about?
Conservatives are repressing you. You need to fight back.
And what? Look at that symbol. Like, what are you trying to say, bro? Bro, because that's a bro. Mumat, like, what are you talking about?
Or do they know what's going on
By
in
the
their
way,
minds?
can you get to
They know
that
they're
one
trouble.
video I sent you, Rob? This is a video of, say, the trans guy, the famous trans guy on TikTok. Get angry.
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen this guy?
Oh, that guy scares
When
the hell out of me.
Get angry.
That guy's scary.
Yeah, can you play? I think that this is the one.
Oh my God, this is so
Listen,
scary.
look at this.
Angry.
Oh, God.
Go out, buy a gun.
Jeez.
It's okay to be angry.
Oh my God.
If you try to stop me from going into a woman's bathroom,
Excuse me, it's ma'am.
be the last mistake you ever make.
It is ma'am.
Find that anger.
Just because.
Harness it to do good in the world.
These are the things that guy drew up.
Yes.
Killed those kids.
Yep. This is what the female.
This anger.
Done, man. We can just make a
This is not comedy. These are troubled people
Anger
that need
question
help.
about it.
probably my primary
question
source
about
of
it.
motivation.
You want to call me sir again?
The thing is, you don't have to leave.
You don't know. Lose everything.
For everything that I do.
Cut that out now, or you'll go home. in an
That's when it
ambulance.
first started.
It was a call to action or a call to arms.
Don't be afraid to show your anger.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
God.
What is
Let
that?
me tell you.
Okay, let's talk about this video that we just watched here. This is I'm gonna keep it fair. This is a stupid video. I don't know who this trans person is, but if you're trans and you're watching this video, the thing is, the trans people that I know of are not like this. This is just an echo chamber. For example, I can find a video. I can put a compilation video of random white guys being racist and saying the N-word and be like, look at white people. They're so racist. And then, like, come on. Like, you can compile videos of the worst people in your group and say, look how these people are. The thing is, like I said earlier, these guys are not in the business of trying to be fair. They want to push an agenda. And PDP and his group of people, their agenda is trans people they want to abolish all their rights. If I'm being honest with you, if you hear them speak long enough, and they're gonna grab this video and to push it out. So, like I said, to be fair, everybody in this video, I've seen some of the videos in this clip. To be fair, there are some times where, let's say I see a trans person, right? Let's say it's a trans woman, and I'd be like, hey, how you doing, sir? I don't see her. I just see her body, but I assume it's a man. And that person turns around and says, hey, I'm a girl. I'm not going to be a dickhead and be like, well, you look like a man, and antagonize the person. I'm like, hey, accident, my fault, bro. Oh, not bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, my fault, sis, and keep it going. It's not that deep to me, but to men like this, they find it disrespectful that they have to address you in a way that they don't feel like they have to. And that's a problem too. And a lot of people in these videos are lashing out because they feel like they're being disrespected to their face. And some of the other people in this video are just dickheads. The point is, you can grab any race of people, any group of people, and point a camera at their worst people, compile a video, and make them look crazy. And this is what they're doing here.
It's deeper and it's also spiritual, folks. No one wants to talk about it. There is a spiritual side to this, that these people in their confusion, in their gender dysphoria, are also, you don't tell me that that is normal, rational people. There is a spiritual side to this, and people who understand it know I'm speaking the truth.
And I'm going to ask Bob, Pat, remember, and I've told Pat and the crew 3 times during his 11-minute video, and I had to watch it for context. Can you, before I get into this, Pat, if you don't mind, this is just the beginning of the video. Guys, tell me.
That's him?
This is his voice at the beginning. He has a Walter White photo from Breaking Bad. By the way, his normal voice is like this, and I've got goosebumps right now, Pat. Tell me how demonic and possessed this voice is. This is the video he did before he went on shoot. Listen to this voice. That's him. That's him. And then the video starts in his house, okay? And there's 3 different instances, Rob, that we don't have to show.
I want to ask people and to the 2 people that are going to watch this video, honestly, when you watch that video, right, does the first thing that comes to your mind is, dang, man, that trans guy, look at him being trans? Or do you be like, that guy's sick and he needs fucking help? Because my mind goes to that, and it doesn't go to trans first. But let's see how Vinny takes it.
Right now, but I want to say this right now. This is what makes people transphobic, okay?
There we go. You see that? Let's play it back one more time.
But I want to say this right now. This is what makes people transphobic.
No, Vinny. That's what makes people like you illiterate and lack any sense of critical thinking. Because nothing about that video screams trans. It screams mental illness. But like you said, you deep down inside think anybody who's trans has a mental illness.
Okay? Not your identity, but the fact that you clearly have a mental issue, and then it manifests into killing innocent people, innocent children praying in church. That's what makes me transphobic. Not because...
There we go, folks. We got Vinny here admitting to you, at least he's honest, and he tells you he's transphobic. And that's my problem here. A lot of these people, they code their transphobia like Patrick Bet-David. I don't think Patrick Bet-David will ever admit that he's transphobic. He'll let Vinny do the talking for him. But everybody on that table, except maybe Adam, I don't know how Adam feels like, but everybody on this table is transphobic, and they're using this very, very sad story to flip it to a trans story when it really is a mental health and a gun control story. But listen, guys, this is a 22-minute video where they just ramble about this exact same topic and just regurgitate talking points and stats to try to make you believe that this is a trans problem and not a mental health and gun control problem. But like I said, my only point for this channel here is to help you guys get to the middle. And there's a lot of problems on each side. Today we looked at this problem. I think this is the disgusting thing to do, to just twist this story into a trans problem and not focus on the real issue, which is mental illness and gun control. But let me know in the comments what you guys think or what you guys believe or if I'm right or wrong. Peace. See you guys in the next episode.